Here to talk about college theater shows coming during the spring semester are the directors Amelia Barrett and Connie and Howard. Welcome. Thanks for coming. So let's talk about the two shows happening this spring. Your show is?
Scenes from an Execution by Howard Barker.
Sounds like a real pick-me-up. Scenes of an Execution.
From an Execution, but we actually picked it as tribute to the Frida Festival that's coming up because we wanted to find a play about an artist who's facing politics and standing up for herself. So it's based on the Battle of Lepanto, which was in 1571, and it was the Catholic Church's fight against the Ottoman Empire, and they sunk over 200 ships and devastated the Ottoman Empire. So the city of Venice hires a painter to commemorate this event. Okay. And rather than making it a wonderful victory painting, she portrays it like an execution. And so she's jailed for it, and she believes that she is doing the right thing. Ultimately...
So she sees the war as a bloodbath.
Exactly, rather than a victory.
Ah. And you have to go to see what happens to her in the end.
Yes, you do.
How do you like this show?
I actually find it interesting, and I think it's a wonderful opportunity for our students to see history and how it is reflected again today, that nothing really ever ends, that they're finding out about Renaissance time, but how it's reflected.
How it's current today sometimes,
very current.
Right?
And the language is very contemporary. So
really?
So it doesn't seem like it's so far away.
Okay.
They criticize her for being a sensualist, and she's drawing all through the whole play.
So is the person playing the role an artist?
No, she's not.
She's gonna be.
But she's gonna be. Always drawing with red chalk all the time.
Okay.
And it takes place, we're doing it in the studio theater, this really, really small space, and it takes place in 20 different locations. So that's challenging and very cool, actually.
Yeah.
So we have a really innovative set who Michael Muniz designed it with giant frames of...
Oh, I love that idea.
And we're moving the frames around to change the locations and scaffolding to show that she's painting. Beautiful. But we never see the painting. The painting will be in our minds, not in front of us.
That's awesome.
So it'll be cool.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And Connie, on the flip side, you're doing something a lot more lighthearted.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, it's
Clue.
It's Clue on stage, and it's based on the board game, but even more, it's based on the '85 movie, which is sort of a cult classic. So presumably, we're at this manor, remote manor, body manor, and a murder happens in a very short transition at the top, and it's 6 guests who don't know each other. It's sort of a spoof on Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, and so they're trying to figure out who it is, and bodies start piling up. So it's a spoof, and it's sort of screwball comedy.
And kind of a mystery, right?
Yes.
Are you trying to figure it out?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, yeah. I mean, most people know the story of Clue, so it's not going to be a surprise how it ends, what's going to be the surprise. But for people who don't know the story, then yeah, it is a whodunit. So it moves really fast. Very much an ensemble cast, lots of twists and turns, and we're doing it. We're doing it in the Playhouse, which is an interesting space for that script because walls can't be solid because you have to see through them. So the framing, we have to have those doors, but it'll be a frame and then a wall in your mind as opposed to an actual wall. Because you'll see sort of the game board as you come into the theater. We haven't finalized the set design because there are so many challenges to solve, but I'm pretty sure it's a massive set. It's probably the biggest set I've seen in there in years.
So when you say a frame, so like the frame, but is it a scrim that you see through?
The wall itself does not exist.
Oh, there is nothing.
It's a freestanding door.
Okay.
And the understanding that there's a wall there
Got it.
from the characters, so that you actually can see
through the walls.
the billiards into the kitchen or whatever, you know. And I'm pretty sure the front door is going to be up center in a raised platform, and then you come down, and there's open space at the beginning, and the rooms are around the outside. So we're using the entire space. And the aisles, the audience aisles, are part of the house. It's a massive house. So it'll be fun.
This is very different.
Yes, it is.
Who's designing this?
Sabrina is designing it. Mhm.
Wow.
So her first design here, not her first design.
So Sabrina Zeidler is a former student.
Correct.
Who has, you know, really worked herself up through the ranks. She was on the crew in the MAC, and she did all these things, and now she's our tech director for BTE.
Correct.
And now she's a tech director that works with student shows too.
Correct.
And she's a great teacher.
Yes.
And that's exciting to see
Yes.
somebody go up through the ranks like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
And now she's designing.
So, and then Michael's props and sound, and John's lighting, and Kim's costumes, hair, and makeup. So it's a great team. It's a great team of students. We had just over 50 people audition for.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the show calls for 10 roles. I've actually cast 14, but
Are there
it was very
bodies?
competitive.
Are they bodies?
Well, some of them become bodies, you know, but and some people play more than one thing, but it just moves so fast.
You have a great season this year.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
fun.
great.
For the
student shows?
And I love the diversity of the season, because you have this historical piece that's dramatic and social justice, and then you have this fun spoof.
Yep.
So it's a nice balance,
Yep.
and it's a great opportunity for people to see theater at such an affordable price. And these student shows have professional sets, professional costumes, professional props, professional lights, professional sound. They have a lot of support to make these productions
Yep.
as great as they can be, and they have professional directors, because both of you are working equity actresses.
Yes.
Correct.
And both of you are in a show this year with BTE.
Yes.
So can we share about that? You are in,
Naperville by Matt Smart.
and your role is?
Candace is her name. And we haven't started rehearsal for that, but we're going in rehearsal in April. And it takes place in a Caribou coffee house in Naperville. So you get a lot of...
Have you been there doing your research and study?
you know what? The Pete's that's there now, I think, is actually...
Was a Caribou?
And I think that's the one that
Where it
he
was.
wrote. And it's really about community and about a group of people, Candace's son, and a girl that he had a crush on in high school, and a guy that is the manager at Caribou on his first day, and a friend of Candy's from going to the Caribou and hanging out with people by the fireplace. And it's really about second chances in life, and that it's never over. And if you have support and love around you, you can make it through. It's a nice story.
Anything.
I have
Anything.
1 minute. Tell me, I want everybody to know you're in,
I'm in the cake.
and you're starring in that role.
Correct. I
That's
play
exciting.
Della. Yeah.
Della. And you are the lady who's struggling with, do you make a cake?
Correct.
Do you make a cake for a wedding that you're...
Right. Yes.
Tell me what else you want to say about her.
It's such a slice of life, and it's such a celebration of loving and respecting people who don't agree with you. That it is okay to have a conversation over cake, and I think we've forgotten that, or at least many of us have forgotten that in today's society, and it becomes so polarized. And it doesn't mean that you have to agree on everything.
But you have to be respectful.
Well, it certainly makes for a better life
Doesn't
and a
it?
more full and loving life, and that's what these characters learn, who really love each other. But they don't agree. So it's at times, it's written by the writer and producer of This Is Us, and which is sort of a runaway hit on television, and it's very much of that ilk. where it's very funny in moments, I mean hysterical in moments, and then very moving in moments. But it's really about love.
And we all need more of that.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing about this amazing season coming ahead. There is a lot to see.
Yes.
Scenes from an Execution runs February 27th through March 15th, and Clue runs March 26th through April 5th. So get your tickets now by visiting atthemac.org or by calling the box office at 630-942-4000. Don't miss out on these great shows coming soon to the MAC. The beautiful Ballet Folklorico Nacional de Mexico will take the stage February 16th. The Capitol Steps are back again to make us laugh on February 29th. The spectacular Cirque Éloigé will perform their show Hotel on March 7th. Come see a telecast of National Theater Live, Small Island on the big screen March 3rd or 8th. Don't miss Drum Tow 2020 on March 15th. For tickets or more information, please visit atthemac.org or call 630-942-4000.